Hickory and Willow grew up together in the lost forest. They spent many hours scampering about exploring, playing games and learning how to fend for themselves. There was always hustle and bustle in the forest, with many animals living alongside each other. It was full of noise, of animal calls, the chitter-chatter of birds and the scuttling about of animals going about their daily business. There was also another creature living in the forest, but not one who ever spoke kindly to a neighbour or ever helped a friend. This was a wicked hermit who wanted the forest all to itself. It didn't want to share the forest with anyone, and over the years it tried its best to spoil things for the other animals. However, the hermit's tricks and spells never quite worked out, and the forest animals continued to live happily together, working and playing as they always had, until one day. That one day, Hickory woke up in the den, ready for new adventures, exploring the forest with Willow. He yawned and rubbed his eyes as he waited for his usual breakfast of eggs and toast. It all seemed incredibly quiet. Where was everybody? Hickory trotted about the den looking for clues. Empty drawers, unmade beds, an empty larder. Just as he began to panic, Willow burst through the door. "Hickory, the hermit has frozen the forest. Everyone is leaving." Hickory clambered outside the den to take a look. Willow was right. The forest was covered in a glittering frost. It looked so beautiful, but was so cruelly cold. How would they ever survive all year round like this? "Hickory, Willow," commanded a loud voice. It was the head fox. "Hurry up and join us. We're leaving for town. Life is much easier for urban foxes there." "Come on, Willow. We have to catch up with everyone," said Hickory. "We can't live here by ourselves." With that, the two foxes quickly gathered the few belongings they could carry and raced to catch up with the other foxes. They ran at lightning speed, pushing through the undergrowth, dodging between the tall trees, until there was a snap, followed by a yelp. Hickory looked behind him. "Oh no," he cried. Willow had been caught in a trap. Willow looked at her paw and whimpered. It was one of the hermit's old traps. Usually foxes avoided these easily, but in her rush to find the others, Willow hadn't been watching out for them. "Don't worry," said Hickory. "I can get you out of this easily." With that, he unfastened the trap and Willow limped free, her paw only a little bruised. "We'll never find everyone now," she said. "Whatever will we do?" Willow returned to the den to rest her paw, and Hickory went to look around the new frozen forest. It was truly enchanting. There was a stillness about the forest now, but strangely the frost did not seem to bite. Hickory ventured further into the forest than he had ever done before, and before he knew it, darkness had fallen. Just as he was about to turn back, Hickory noticed something glinting under the light of the moon. There he saw something most wonderful, a huge pond frozen still, reflecting the moonlight and the stars like a vast mirror on the ground. Hickory approached the edge of the pond, and what did he find? A pair of ice skates that were a perfect fit. Hickory had no hesitation in stepping onto the frozen pond. Soon he was whirring around, creating patterns